Hello everyone, welcome back. We are home in good old Minnesota. It was a fun side quest in Knoxville, Tennessee. Alas, it had to come to an end, and we have returned. We have returned to Minnesota. And with that return, we have a local tonight. We're going to Smash Clock. It's been a while. I think I saw like 30 plus people pre-regged, but we'll talk about that more in a second. Really quick, just wanted to remind everybody, please consider subscribing if you're not subscribed, interacting with the video somehow. And one additional new request, if you have anything you'd like to see more of in the videos, maybe longer card talks or more clips of tournaments, specific parts of the tournaments, maybe clips of me playing more often in the videos, whatever you might want to see more of, let me know. Specific topic you want me to chat about, I'd love to hear it. If I'm being honest, it's my text sound. Yes, it's a double shine. If there's anything specific, let me know. I'd love to talk about stuff, just because, like, if I'm being honest, I'm kind of running out of ideas. And maybe that's okay. Maybe these aren't meant to be super long monologue type things. It's just like, okay, going to the local, here's what I'm thinking, let's do it, and that's fine. But if you have anything specific, let me know. So anyway, we are, oh my gosh, sorry to get distracted. That car has horns on it. It has like big old horns. What the heck? Sorry, and you guys can't even see that. I wish I could somehow show you, but yeah, we're going to Smash Clock tonight. It looked pretty stacked. I think I saw Preeminent, Ben, Jacqueline, the Common Man, all pre-registered, and then I pre-reg, and I'm like, oh man, how many weeklies do you know have like 3 top 100 players registered, plus like a bunch of other good players too? It's kind of crazy to think how far Minnesota's come from, like, the dredges of well, I don't really know where we used to be. I guess Apps and Page was kind of the peak for a while, but before that, I don't think it really got much better than that. Yeah, it's cool to think about. I'm excited. I don't know. I wasn't thinking of anything specific before coming to this local. What I did have in my mind was I was thinking about like what I would tell. Like, I was hanging out with Theo for a bit. You know, he's a cute baby. I like hanging out with him. And I was just looking at him. Hopefully you guys will be parents one day and you'll understand what I mean when you just kind of like get lost in your kids' eyes. You like can't look away because they're just looking at you and you're looking back. But I was looking at him and I was thinking, like, man, this guy's gonna, like, is he gonna enter locals one day? like is he gonna double laser from ledge at a bad height or something and then get down tilted or get down tilted by Marth at some point, or get his lasers power shielded all the time and then rage or something? Like, is that gonna happen to this kid? Or who knows, maybe he'll play, I don't know, he could play any character. Well, not any character. Well, within reason. And I don't know what that reason might be. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, Theo. But I was thinking about him, not only like, oh my gosh, what's it going to be like when he learns how to play Melee, but I was also thinking, like, what's it going to be like when he's, like, learning things, you know what I mean? Not like, you know, learning ABCs. I think we all kind of get that down for the most part. But, like, what happens when he's on his soccer team and they lose a close game, or, like, maybe he made a mistake that cost the team the game, or he had the opportunity to, like, score a winning goal and he missed, or maybe it's not. Maybe he does enter Melee tournaments and he, like, loses Game 5 last sock to a PR player when he thought he was going to win and it was going to be his first win, or I don't know. Maybe he doesn't do either of those things. Maybe he plays chess. I don't know, and he gets into time trouble and makes a blunder and then loses a winning position. Who knows? Could be anything. And as a kid, I don't really remember what it was like going through those things when I was young. I feel like, I don't know. I remember being upset, but I definitely don't remember. I don't remember productively getting upset, if that makes sense. Like, I think I'd get pissed and I'd be like, ugh, that was stupid. I'm not looking forward to this car ride home because, like, whoever's in the car with me is going to want to talk about it and I don't want to talk about it, and they're going to give me some advice and who cares? They don't know what they're talking, blah, 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 anything like that. And I'm just thinking, like, Theo's going to go through that one day, and what kind of role am I going to play on it? Should I be playing a role? I don't know, probably, right? And I don't really know what the answer is. Because you guys know me, I'm a fairly talkative person when it comes to the things I care about, and when it comes to improving at things, I have a lot of ideas, and I want to share those with him, especially in moments where he's really struggling. But part of me also thinks that, like, maybe it's important to not get help sometimes, you know? As backwards as that might sound, because if I'm being honest with you, and I did have help in certain areas of my life, of course, but not everything, especially when it came to, I think I did not do well when competition went poor for me personally. Now, to be clear, I didn't really I competed in mostly team sports, so maybe that's a whole thing. But I think it weirdly helped me a lot long term to have to figure out how to deal with that stuff on my own. And not to say that you shouldn't get any help as a kid. Obviously, like, I think there are some situations where that's not the case, where it would have been nice to have like a pick me up here, or like a little bit of support there. It's going to be okay. I don't know. As a kid, that probably would have been helpful. But I certainly don't think it's a good idea to just always always try to not look at the, that's not how I want to phrase it. I don't know I don't know how to phrase it, but I don't think, I think there's a benefit to having some independence and agency in those situations where you kind of going through it and like suffering a little bit helps you get better at dealing with that. Because if you have somebody to just always protect those demons for you, or protect you from those demons, or whatever you want to call them, then you're never going to learn how to properly defend against them on your own. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna get attacked by the gentle parenting crowd or something like that, which I don't. I'm not even I think gentle parenting is great too when you do it the right way. All that stuff. This wasn't meant to be a parenting 101 discussion. My son's about to be 4 months old. I don't know the first thing about properly parenting quite yet. I could change his diapers and feed him and help him go to sleep, but that's about it right now. So I'm definitely figuring it out. But I was just having these thoughts about like, man, is there a right way to do it? What does that look like? And there probably isn't a right way. It's just kind of, you figure it out as you go. I think I would probably, me personally, be more guilty of not participating, over involving myself in whatever struggles he's going through. Just because me personally, I feel like I had to figure out a lot of stuff on my own because of a myriad of reasons, being the first kid in an immigrant family, things like that. There's all sorts of stuff that comes with that. And I think maybe I might like worry about Theo going through something similar, and struggling by him. I don't want him to go through what I went through necessarily, right? And so I would feel maybe more inclined to try and support him to the point maybe where it's a fault. So I had that thought, and I'm like, I need to be careful about overdoing it in those situations, because I wouldn't be doing him any favors by constantly trying to hold his hand, right? Man, I already know, like, as I said that, even I can picture like a few people might be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna let him suffer, you're gonna let him experience all these terrible things. And it's like, well, not like, there's difference between letting your kids get hurt and straight up coddling them, right? We can all agree there's some sort of middle ground there, and it's really hard to define that middle ground, and we're all just trying to figure it out as parents. So that's I think where I'm at with that. So anyway, I don't know how many of you guys are parents and can relate to it, but maybe you've had similar thoughts when it comes to like, okay, if I'm going to be a parent one day, like, what does it really look like to impart the wisdom I have on my child without robbing them of the opportunities of figuring things out on themselves? I'm not sure. That's going to be a tricky thing to figure out. So, yeah. And then one other thing I thought of. I can't remember what it is. I'll just talk about the local. So yeah, I think I saw 30 people pre-reg. Ben, Tony, Jacqueline, Nakama Man, me, a few other good people. So it's gonna be fairly stacked. And I didn't prep a whole lot. I moved around on a CRT a bit, but I don't feel rusty per se as much anymore. I would call myself de-rusted at this point. I've been playing enough Melee. I'm taking the shackles off. I'm tired of saying like, oh yeah, I just don't get to play. And I mean, yeah, I don't get to play that much anymore, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, I'm putting my name in the bracket, I'm not going to secondary. I'm not using a secondary tag, whatever you want to call it. I'm going in, I'm putting myself on the line. I'm going to try and do my best. Obviously, it'd be really exciting to try and like win the local, but important to be realistic. You know, there's a lot of there are significantly higher ranked players at this tournament, and it would be awesome to try and beat them. But I think a good place for me to be, like I think a really, and I hate to use the word cozy because you should never be cozy with your improvement and everything. You should always like be wanting to get more. Content. Let's go with content. I would, you can get dangerous being content as well, but I'm going to use the word anyway. I would be content with maybe taking games here and there off Ben and Tony, for instance, while like trying to beat everybody else, right? And kind of making that the main goal. Because I think it'd be unreasonable of me to expect myself to like really, really try and consistently beat 2 top 20, 30 players in the world at my weeklies, you know? Maybe you guys might think I'm weird for like I should strive to beat them, and of course I will. But I think this new stage of my life I'm in, I need to respect it a little bit more, and it's okay to be like, okay, here are my goals. Maybe they're not like I don't know if you'd call them lower goals, but back in the day, it was always, and by back in the day, I mean like a year ago, I wanted to beat Ben and Tony all the time. I wanted to try and be ranked number 1 in the state again for the first time in a while. And I took sets here and there. I certainly wasn't just like getting rolled over, but that was with like full effort, you know what I mean? Like 100% into it all the time. And that's just, not only is it not the case anymore, it can't be the case anymore. So I think it's reasonable for me to be like, you know what? Let's try to beat everybody else and like get comfortable beating everybody else. Like let's make it a staple, and then challenge Ben and Tony when we can. And obviously, like I literally lost a couple weeks ago in a local, you know what I mean, to somebody who's not even ranked in our state. He would be, but the point is like I'm not at that place I want to be at where I'm cozily, comfortably beating everybody and trying to figure out how to beat Ben and Tony quite yet. So I think that's still a goal to strive for. Even if I've surpassed that goal in the future, or in the past, if that makes sense. Yeah. So that's all I had to say. Sorry guys, I'm at a complicated intersection right now. So I'm kind of extra locked in. But that's all I had to say pre-local. Hopefully it goes well. We'll see. There's a fair number of people, which I think is the most exciting part, and I'm excited to have like a long bracket, I guess, as weird as that sounds. It's been a long time since I've had a long bracket. We've kind of had a string of like 8, 12, 15 person weeklies. So it'll be nice to get like a thicker bracket again, you know? Okay, that's all I got to say. We're about to be at the weekly. I will see you guys after.
With a B. I can play Seth round 1? Yeah. What am I, negative? Is that like a
Yeah, exactly. Because like the AC in my car. This is the next guy, bro. Necessary evil for our horrible world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, behind the scenes. You get to see it. And that's the local. Ooh, tough one. I think we placed 4th or something. Let me turn down the AC, that's probably loud. Honestly, pretty disappointed as far as Melee goes, and I don't really feel like I had much to learn either. Like, I lost, and sorry, I'm not gonna recap bracket, I don't even remember. It felt like it went so long that I don't even remember my matches other than when I lost. But I lost to Sigma again, which sucks. His punish was like super good, which I have to compliment, but it wasn't like, and I felt like this is the same thing I struggled with in the other set I lost, which is just, there's nothing I don't know that I need to do already. Like, there's nothing I need to go lab. There's no like secret sauce I'm missing. It's like, oh, okay, it is always like, the answer is always to just over laser in place because my opponent is just flailing around. Like, it was a lot of, I think I like literally got hit. I got hit, I did like 2 lasers in place, so like, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in. And it was like, he like shined out of his shield in place or something. It was like such a random thing to do, and then I just like died off of it, and basically, I think I should have like done that more, like just let my opponent flail around if I'm getting hit going in a lot, and B, call out jumps more, because I think he like double jumped in neutral like 1,000 times, and I think I maybe over-index things like, oh, don't chase the platforms too much, and like I was worried about that, when really like if somebody's burning their double jump in neutral all the time, you should be calling it out to some degree. Otherwise, you're just gonna let them get out of sticky situations too often. Man, I like SD'd twice game 3 as well, and like it's been a while since I had somebody heckle me at a local, but like that happened once or twice, and I was just like, man, this must not be my day. But that's something I need to get over maybe. So that was winners, and I lost, and it sucks. We started to make a bit of a loser's run, but we lost to Jacqueline, and she had just beat Sigma, so I was thinking to myself like, oh dang, I wanted my run back, but it's okay, we get to play Jacqueline, and I beat her pretty well last time we played, but I got 3-0, and I think I gassed out, and like I once again broke rules where I like know it's high float every time. It's like random dash attacks, and it's like wave dash back / dash back down smash. It's never like that's all that's happening. And I think I don't know. I was like destroying all of the Dreamland game, and then all of a sudden I think I just got bored. I don't know. The Peach is at like 160 in the corner floating. I'm like, I'm gonna go in, which you should do some percentage of the time, but like there's like in that particular situation, I don't think I needed to, and I just got reversaled and died. And so yeah, and it was just like a few of those situations, and it was unfortunate. Like I said, same with the first set. It was like nothing necessarily new, nothing I didn't know the answer to. I just like didn't stick to my game plan. I don't know what it is. I just sometimes, I mean, oh man, and I like tournament winnered like 4,000 times today. Oh my goodness. I don't know. When it comes to things like just not following things I know, I feel like that's usually explained by things outside the melee, right? And I think that's something I did learn today. I didn't learn anything as far as melee goes, but I did learn that I need to, like, if I'm going to come to weeklies and not be grinding 24/7 like I used to, not literally 24/7, but you know what I mean. I think I need to plan ahead a little bit more. Like today, I was just spur of the moment, like, oh, I'm not going to be able to go to a weekly for a couple weeks. I don't think, like, based on my schedule, let's just go tonight. And I wasn't planning on it originally, and so I didn't like prep for it or anything. And this is something I need to adjust for too. If I know I'm going to go to a weekly where the tournament, like, it's almost 10 o'clock and they're just playing losers finals, I need to not go to the gym the morning of, or not go as early, because I was up at like 5:30 this morning, and I felt it like round 2 in winners. I was like, I am exhausted. I'm too tired. I know it just sounds like a bunch of Johns, but I'm saying some of this stuff out loud so that I can remember to do something about it, right? Otherwise, I don't want to be the guy that's just gonna blame it on things that are well within my control, right? So yeah, I think those are pretty easy actionables. I just, again, need to kind of remember to do them. I don't think it should be that hard to be like, okay, here's my schedule for the week. Do I have time to go to the weekly based on other stuff going on? No? Okay, then I can like ignore prepping for anything super hard. And then next week, oh, I think I can make it to the Thursday night weekly or the Monday night weekly, or maybe there's a monthly. Let me prepare for that. And so I'll not go to the gym that morning, or I'll go later. And then I'll like allocate some time that day to practicing some melee, or the day before, maybe a little bit more than normal. I think that's pretty doable. Yeah, so anyways, guys, pretty disappointed as far as the local went, but that's how it goes sometimes, you know. At least we have some takeaways. Wish it had more to do with the melee, but that's not always what happens or how it goes. Okay, that's all I got. Take care, everybody. I will see you next time.